trying to think. What is going on? Not a lot is going on. Just the stream is loading. It's doing all that jazz. Discord is popping off because it needs to let me know that I'm streaming in my server because I have auto notifications enabled on my server. So hey. Right, okay. Also, don't question why I've got League of Legends open. I was planning on playing League before one game of League before the stream starts, but then I kind of brought the new collection pass and hold on, where is it? It's there. Kind of brought the new pass and copped the new character, and I'm currently waiting to unlock Zed and Swain, because that Zed skin is fucking cool. So get out of here, League. We've got 7 minutes till the direct starts. I can imagine what the format of this. It's probably going to be they're just going to go straight in, really. They're just going to go straight in, reaction-wise. Like, it's going to go, oh, hey, here's your character. Here's your character. Here's your DLC 5. And then it's just going to be Sakurai talking about the character. Now, it is 35 minutes long, which is around the same length of the Terry presentation, to my knowledge. About the same length, if I am to be correct. I think Terry's presentation was around 30, so I feel like, I mean, it just proves how much Sakurai can go on and on and on, really. So, at the current moment in time, I'm just showing the stream around. Don't mind me. Just currently looking on my phone. Yep. Hello, Hecky Shekel. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. Bum 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 bum. Thing is, the issue is that most of my audience is American, so they're probably all asleep, and most of my British audience is at work or doing other things, which is tad annoying, but there's not a lot you can there's not a lot you can do about that, because that's just how the way the world works and such. So, hey, whatever works. Oh, it's Keen. Oh, that's your YouTube name? Oh, shit. Oh, hello, Keen. What's up, dude? I didn't realize that was your YouTube name. He's got a completely different name to connect to Connexus server and such. But hey, welcome to the stream. In terms of who I reckon the DLC character is gonna be, everyone is, because of announcements and stuff, everyone is looking at Dante from Devil May Cry being the character, which is fair enough. If it's Dante, it's Dante. Also, I want to get rid of the stream chat. Oh god, that's horrid. But I'll probably put it in full screen. Yeah, there we go. I'll do. Yeah, it the sky, that's what's up. Yeah. Well, technically for me it's a ceiling, so whatever. If I reckon the thing is, I don't know if it's just gonna be one character, Sakurai talking about that character, that's it. Or they're gonna reveal who's next in the next Fighter's Pass as well. Because the last time we had 2 Smash announcements at once was E3 last year, where we got Hero, and then at the end of E3 last year, we got Banjo-Kazooie. So, then again, Hero's more for the Japanese audience, and Banjo-Kazooie's more for the American audience, and more Western audience. Never, I get direction stuff mixed up, but hey, What are you gonna do? So yeah, realistically speaking, thing is, if it's any character, like, if it's, okay, the characters that will get me to lose my shit will be another Xenoblade rep, like, probably Elma or Rex. That will make me, I mean, hell, even Master Chief will make me lose my shit. I legit want Master Chief in Smash, and I'm not even shitting you. And the character that will make me legit have a heart attack will be Sora, because, massive Kingdom Hearts fan, and Sora is literally my most wanted character for Smash. Because the DLC has already given me one of my most wanted characters, and that was Joker. And that was the very first character. And then the DLC for me, like, has kind of been on the, like, all of the, I admit, all of the characters that they've implemented are cool. They're all unique. They've all got, you know, their unique kind of mechanic. Though, Sora is the one true character that, outside of Joker, would make me lose my shit. So, I'm hopeful. I am hopeful very much so that, like, I doubt Sora will be Fighter 5. If they reveal whoever the next character is for the next Fighters Pass, and who they reveal that is at the end, I reckon then Sora was more likely going to be a Pass 2 fighter, not a current Pass fighter. Also, if we get Sora as a Mii costume, then that's, the dream's dead. Like, Sora ain't being in Smash, which, to me, would actually kill me. Because I wouldn't want Sora to be a Mii. I would want Sora to be fully playable. Like, if Sora's a Mii, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed off. Like, really pissed off. So, hey-ho. But other than that, the thing is, another thing we got to keep in mind is when this character comes out, it'll probably come out, I don't know if they'll shadow drop it, so they're out today, or they're gonna wait a bit, but hey-ho. Well, it's 4 o'clock now, so should be starting any moment, so now we just wait for it to begin, and away we go, I guess. Has it started? Hello? Hold on, let's refresh it. Oh, there we go. It's working now. And we get an advert. Really? We gotta watch an advert because I had to refresh it. Fuck's sake.
Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
Right, here we go. Who are we getting? Come on, Papa Sakurai, hit me! Hit me! He said he'll figure out who it is pretty quickly after it starts. Oh, fuck's sake! For fuck's sake!
Time has finally come.
It's a fucking Fire Emblem rep! But it's, who is it? Because that's Bailiff right there. Who is it then? Because that's Bailiff.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one,
It's a
I
fucking...
too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
It's Bailiff.
I thought as much.
It's fucking
I also do
Bailiff.
not wish to die. And yet,
Of course it's another fucking Fire Emblem rep.
there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Yeah, there it is. Bailiff.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Bailiff. fuck's sake.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
But let's be real. We knew we were gonna get a Fire Emblem rep at some point. What the fuck was that? Right, Bailiff getting cucked by all the sword fighters. Here comes female Bailiff.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
They're acknowledging it. Yeah, what will you do? Change gender!
Is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Wait a minute.
How is this?
Wait. And that's the female Bailiff. They both get splash screens.
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
Wait, so...
With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach.
Wait, she gets different weapons as well?
Use Amir's overwhelming power.
So she's... Huh.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
But it's another fire... Okay.
Your will and mine be now as one.
So what's his final smash?
To you, both sides of time are revealed.
Also, just to let you know, that's Morgana's VA.
Show the world.
But, Bailiff. Okay. Fucking love Sakura.
Yes, there
But
you
it's
have it.
fucking
Violet
Bailiff.
from Fire Emblem Three Houses
Fuck.
joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th.
January
It's
28th.
access if you have
Okay,
Super Smash Bros.
so
Ultimate
that's
Starter Pack, and it will also be available for purchase individually.
in... But yeah, January 29th, we have a date. That's cool.
In case you're not
But-
familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things.
It's another fucking Fire Emblem character.
First off, what is Fire
Oh,
Emblem?
that makes me depressed.
It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the
So now we're
Famicom
just gonna...
in
Now that
1990.
Takurai's just
You
gonna
could say it was
talk.
a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game. Or in other words, a game in which
I
you
love
advance
Fire
through
Emblem.
grid and battle.
Yay. Like, okay, right.
When we talk
I
about
can't
tactical
be-
games of that era, there were lots of ones
I
in which you
can't
command
be
tanks, aircrafts and so on.
Complaining
But Fire Emblem was
because
unique
Three
because
Houses
it
has
was a
done
specific
so
character,
fucking
sort
well.
of like in role-playing games.
You kinda knew at some point it was inevitable we were gonna get a Fire Emblem rep.
Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo
It kinda, you know,
characters could permanently die.
it
That's pretty
kinda
recognizable. So
eventually,
perhaps we
you
should
know,
just say they're sticking
made
with
sense that
traditions.
we were gonna get a Fire Emblem rep. But the fact that
But really, if a character fell in
If it
battle,
was-
you lose that unit. They'd be gone, and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem Fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might
he's
be
giving a reason
interesting
for the
to reflect
counters?
the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
Oh,
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
thing is, I'm not
People who
pissed
aren't
off with
Japanese in
this.
particular Might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes,
I'm
and
not
the
pissed
remakes,
off.
but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE,
But,
Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games.
I'm
Let's try saying
disappointed.
them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、封印の剣、烈火の剣、聖魔の功績、
Now we just gotta watch Sakurai go on.
暁の女神、新暗黒竜新紋章、覚醒イフヒーローズエコーズ風化雪月。
There you go, 17.
今変な数え方してます。
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Binary.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't
That's
it?
cool.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth.
So Byleth.
Byleth becomes a professor
That's the actual
who ends up leading one
pronunciation.
of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three
Thing is,
Houses,
I need to
I
get
played
Three
an early
Houses.
version of the game before its release.
これは
I've
Oh.
done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example,
やっぱり
because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
Oh,
For that
okay.
title, I borrowed an early
So
version
this
of the
was
game
planned
for 2
very
days,
much far
ran
in
around all the
advance.
areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
設定することはできないなとか初めて分かったりするんです。今回も同じような
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
それをいろいろ
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
何しろ攻略サイトなんかももちろんありませんしね。いくつかのルート
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different.
異なるんですね。なので
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you
We're
meet will
explaining-
adopt different roles in the story.
Thing is, if it's just gonna be Sakurai
I'll try to
explaining for
avoid
half an
spoilers
hour,
talking
and
about the fighter. I
but
hope you'll
it's
understand.
kind of annoying. But oh
Before my
dear.
demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Jesus Christ.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
Wow. They
As
did this
always,
all in
I'm using a
November.
special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
では
Here I go.
Wow. Okay. Right, let's go then. Let's have a look.
So,
Okay, that's all I give a shit about. Four land wins is in Smash. It's one of my favorite Fire Emblem songs.
It's maybe a bit better than Robin's,
Oh
but that's
god.
not all you can say.
Stream lag. Stream delay.
Those are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually,
Oh.
you could say that
The
they're
stream was
distant
crashing.
demon. The
Wait,
hero's
bailiffs
relic
are...
they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves.
Because I wonder they're going to give us the Fall and Winds
For their up
variations,
smash
so
attack.
Rain and Thunder.
They'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Oh! It's a multi-hit
For their
up
air
smash.
attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
That's his up B? What? It
It's pretty
spikes!
terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Oh, shit!
you can do awful things like this.
That's evil!
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
Okay, so down tilt to up B is a true
See that
combo at low
percentage, and you need to
percent.
be careful. You may find it
Oh,
helpful to
God.
dodge.
Wait, so that means if you
I've already shown
manage
it,
to
but you
knock
can also
someone
use
off
it to
the
latch
stage
onto
with his
edges.
down B,
So
you
that's
can
that.
realistically spike them
Now,
at an
for the
early
side
percent.
weapons. This is
Fuck,
Erebor,
that's
the same
horrifying.
name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
That is horrifying.
First, we'll go through the
As
forward
someone who
and
plays
back air attacks.
competitive
As
Smash,
you can see, they have a long
ooh,
reach.
I can see,
Like so.
depending on the remainder of this moveset, I can
Mark's
see this
air
guy
attack
being
keeps
at least
opponents in check
mid-tier.
too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the
You
side
can
smash
beat
attack.
out Mar
also has
forward
a
air
range.
spam?
It'll connect even from here.
Oh my, what the fuck is that range on that side smash? That's almost as bad as
Also, if you add
Shulk's!
an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Is my main being torn to bits here?
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Oh, it can be moved as
By the
well.
way, the tip of the
You
launch is more
can...
powerful.
And it has a tipping
But
effect!
weaker,
And it has a tipper!
so it's not suited to close combat.
Oh,
It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far.
yeah, but then you've
That's
got to
why, as
keep
a
in
rule,
mind combo
One
potential.
hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case.
Oh,
Next, the
dear.
side special move.
that's his side
Byleth
B?
will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
He lunges for... That's just an entire zone. You can't go in now. That area is just his.
Charge forward a little.
You ain't fucking contesting that. That area is just his now. You can't do... Like,
But as
that
you'd expect,
entire
it's
zone is
easily
his.
shielded, so
You
be careful.
can't go there. That is horrifying.
Use it in midair, and you'll carve up a large area.
That side B is
Returning to the
nuts,
side
dog.
air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well.
Okay, so his up air and
You'll be vulnerable when you land.
back air are very much poking tools.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
Does it spike though?
You can try for a meteor effect with this attack.
Yes, it does.
Next is the down smash attack.
Pretty standard
Swing
down
an
smash.
axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike.
Oh, so it's... Oh god,
It's
it's
a
like...
bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
It's like fucking DDD's
When
down
ready
B.
to move, there's a super armor effect.
And it has fucking hyper armor.
which allows you to withstand
It's
an attack.
basically a Warlock punch.
Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower. on
What the
Falcon
fuck
Punch,
is this
but due to
character,
the super
man?
armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed.
Okay, so you can be grabbed out of it.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
What?
While
What?
you're charging up, you can
You
breeze
can
past
charge it
platforms
through
like this
platforms?
To reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Okay.
Also, you can turn around during the move. It takes a while. So if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Hashtag hard reads.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
So it's AoE as well.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
So it's fucking AoE.
By the
Fucking
way,
Byleth
earlier
is
I talked
fucking
a little bit
stacked,
about how
dog.
Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this.
Wait, so
will just
even-
get you
so
hit by
you-
counter after counter.
So 0% Marth, you hit that down B,
Next, we have the neutral.
can just insta-kill
The
you.
bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
Nice.
It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon.
Oh, we hit. Oh. He has a combo
It's also
starting
easy to
neutral.
create certain combos with it.
Yeah. Oh, this
With the
character
neutral
is.
special,
Yeah,
you'll let
Byleth
loose
is.
an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful.
Oh.
That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Oh, that's good.
You can also change direction while in the stance. It
Oh.
works up until this point, but
This character is so fucking stacked, dog. This character is so fucking stacked.
a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
And it can kill.
You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire.
20. Oh my god,
But again, you'll need to
29%
take
from
care
a
when using this
fucking
move.
projectile.
For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it.
Oh,
Even with
okay.
the shield
Ooh. So
In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
right. That's interesting.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything.
So
Which
once
means
you've
it's
fully
quite the risky
charged, you
attack
have
use
to.
against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into
So
the
with
fray,
the shot,
as it
you
is,
have
after
to
all, a
fully
long-range
commit.
move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents.
Alright, okay.
So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see,
Pretty cool
you
final
team up with
smash.
the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Sophis, aka Morgana's in Smash again.
というのは原作で確認してみていただければと思います。
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who've played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to.
Ah.
The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final Smash?
まあこれは原作でもということで
Huh. Cool. So this is the new stage.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
Right, okay.
The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one. There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop, you'll come crashing back down. You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the
And there's the
reception
character that
are
everyone
Leonard,
wanted.
Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles.
That's the character that everyone
it's
wanted
not
that I was
spelled
seeing the
Edelgard.
Fire
They're from the
Emblem
Adressian
community
Empire.
going over Edelgard.
And as such,
Because
they
she
embraced
she
their
has an
military might.
axe, so that would really be unique. But
Edelgard
I
is
feel
one of the
like
characters who is
Ba-
central to the
Byleth-
conflict. Depending on the path you take,
I'm liking
you'll
it.
go through some terrible
I'm
ordeals.
liking it.
You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's
Huh.
nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so.
A lot of destruction
Just
in
like
this
the sign
stage.
that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Right, okay.
Next up,
And
the
the
bridge.
final area.
The camera rotates 90
thing is, they're
degrees,
almost
creating
done.
This long area.
Like, we're almost
It's very
done.
wide indeed.
So, I don't know if we're going to get another character.
It's similar to the Bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Thing is, I don't know if we're going to get another character because,
Because it's an alliance.
we've
of many
touched.
noble
Okay,
families,
so we've
you
touched
could
on the
say that
character,
they
we're
have a
touching on the
wide
stage.
assortment of members.
What's next is that we got to
And
touch
Claude
on the
is the
music,
strongest
and we've got
member.
4 minutes to go. So unless they
Incidentally, both Claude and
squeeze
Hilda are
something
the names
into
of
that
characters that
little
appear in
5
Genealogy of the
minutes,
Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series.
then
I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could
Bang.
also say it's a place where the Fail Knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
bang.
The last area is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn, She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character
Like I
quirks
said, this
related
means
to the
nothing to
true
me. I haven't
identity.
played any Fire Emblem games.
I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Oh, so he's gonna do a game with her now.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker! And Hero!
He's suiciding with all of the other DLC.
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. Bennigan's.
Listening to Sakurai's commentary is just brilliant.
I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
The benefit when you're a Fire Emblem character with a projectile.
Perfect shielded that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
Alright. What's he getting? Mother
Good. There's
brain.
Mom.
He called him Mom.
You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Oh
I
god,
feel
who?
like the enemy might get this smash ball.
If he gets it and he
They
just
got it.
unleashes it, Sakurai's lost. Because it's
But I
Marth.
mustn't give up.
I got a shield
I
break.
can't waste this chance. There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you
Alright.
charging up for?
I love how he's questioning the CPU of his own fucking game.
There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
There you go. It's just fun
I
to
was
see
trying to
Sakurai
fight
play.
using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
He says GG's to the computer.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Alright. Alright, songs and then I guess that's it.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages.
Cool.
There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
Alright, cool.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also
And then
adding
there's
in
the
a new
spirit
spirit
board.
board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class.
Still had
Also,
less than
there's a
Persona
new
5.
classic mode route, a heroic legacy, which is
Yep.
designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes.
Alright,
Please take a look.
Mii's. Right. Right, Mii's. What are we getting? I'd assume that we're going to get one of each house for Fire Emblem. It would make sense. Ezio! Oh. No, Altair. You look like Ezio, dog. Pretty sure that is Ezio. Oh, the Rabbids. The Rabbids. Alright. More Mega Man X sins? Oh, X. Okay. I mean, we did get 0 last patch. And Battle Network as well. Mega Man.exe. Alright. Any Fire Emblem ones? Cuphead! We're getting Cuphead? Okay! I can get behind that! And just like Sans, he's coming with a music track! Cuphead! Alright! Also, we got 1 more minute remaining, so unless they I don't know if they're gonna squeeze anything in. But Cuphead! And they all come out someday.
今回
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
Cool.
And now, onto the amiibo.
Oh, the new amiibos. Dark Samus and Richter.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are
January
planned for release
17th?
on Friday, January 17th.
That's tomorrow! Smash Bros. 5 fighters join the fight. Is he gonna go? Is he
Now,
gonna
with the
elaborate
addition of
more?
Violet, the Fighters Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
One more?
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Alright.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Who's new? Here we go! Even more DLC fighters in development. Are we getting a brand new fighters part? 10! 11! 6! 6 new fighters!
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
6!
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
All fighters will be
Now
released
that
by
it's official,
December
we intend
31st,
to move ahead
2021.
with development. Of course, like last time, the
So
content
by the end of
remains
next
unknown
year-
for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
So we know. So we
Even
all.
if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Okay. So they've
But I
decided
still
on who's
hope you'll
next.
Look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
What are you getting? Breath of the Wild Link.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda.
Oh,
Breath
ancient.
of the Wild.
Oh.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Lastly.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
Oh.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration.
It's a celebration
of
of
gaming or
gaming.
something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC,
But we're getting 6.
which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
That's it. Is that all? No new fighter for Fighter 6? Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, Dennis, I do agree. The servers on Nintendo are dog shit. I don't play For Glory. I just scrim with friends, but Bailiff and 6 new fighters for the Fighter Pass that are all going to be wrapped up by the end of next year. So that's basically a fighter every 2 months. So yeah. I can see that. I can see that. But yeah, yeah, I'm kind of glad, because the dream of Sora in Smash is still fucking alive. So anyway, but yeah. It's pretty good. I'd say it's pretty good.